Hey, what's up YouTube? Ricky here with Ricky's Creations, and I'm done with the custom reel paint job. There it is. Now I was going for a light up effect. That's why it's wider here on the inside where it's darker on the outside. I was trying to attempt to do like a neon effect. And I don't know, I think it worked out pretty good. But what did I do with this thing? I took it all apart. I took every single screw, bearing, spring, gear off this thing, taped it up, took it to work, sandblasted it. It's a lot easier for me to sandblast it than to sand it. But anyways, when bringing it back home, I had to rewash it, take the sand off of it, re-clean it, touch it up with ready to spray touch up to where the paint could stick to it. I used Rust-Oleum Primer White out of a can. I used Testors Super Fluorescent Hot Pink, which is what this is. And I sealed it with a 3-part automotive clear, which is 1 part clear, 1 part reducer, 1 part hardener. And this is how she came out. Now, the one thing I didn't show on camera, which I'm fixing to discuss with you guys, when I took this thing apart, or every time I take one of these things apart, they always have what I think, or my opinion, is the wrong grease. They're always inside these things. You know, these things are meant to get wet or gonna get wet when fishing. So the type of grease they always put in these things is not the right one. I highly recommend that a lot of you guys that do fishing to, just take them apart piece by piece and buy you some lithium grease. That's what I use on my reels. Lithium grease is a water repellent grease. It doesn't mix well with water, or the water doesn't mix well with the grease. It actually repels it and it lasts longer. Yes, regular grease does the same thing, but not the same. 2 different types of grease. Just like you just won't put any grease on a high spinning bearing because they make high speed bearing grease, and they also make high temperature grease, and if so forth and so forth and so forth. So you can just not put any type of grease on whatever you need it for. There's always different purposes of type of grease out there for every purpose, for bearings, lubrication, what else? Pressurized systems. There's not that just one type of grease. No, there's probably, I ran across myself about 9 different types, which is green, red, clear, lithium, something that looks like oil, but it's grease. It looks like pancake syrup. Then there's your high temperature grease, which is black, dark green. There's blue, and I mean, you guys get the picture. Every grease is not the same. So if you guys want to know anything about grease, look it up. Google has everything. But the main grease I use on these things is lithium. It works better, lasts longer, doesn't rust like usually things do, especially for stuff like this. But that's what I use, and it works well for me, man. They last forever. Or should I say my reels last forever, no matter what year they're made. But anyhow, so basically, once I put it back together, once I greased it up, this is what she looks like. I think it looks pretty cool. what's it gonna look like on the rod? Well, let's take a look. Here's a rod. Now, if you guys look at the actual neon, you see where it's white, and then as it goes out, it starts turning into the color. Well, this is what I was going for in this effect on this paint job. Now, this paint job, I did it with an airbrush. I used the white primer out of a can. I used my airbrush to do the effect. And then I also used my airbrush to paint the clear. And this is how it came out. But I'm pretty sure that JP Slayer is gonna be pretty stoked on it. Hopefully he'll catch himself a pink fish to go along with this pink rod. But there it is, my friends. Let me raise the camera up. Like I said, there it is, my friends. Nice in pink for a happy guy. Wink. There it is, guys. If you guys have any comments on how I painted the reel, what type of grease, where to buy the grease, feel free to leave me a comment below, and I'll get back to you with an answer on whatever you guys ask. But for now, it is done. So JP, bro, I know you have my phone number. Shoot me a text with your mailing information, and I'll send this off to you, bro. On to the next one, everybody. Peace.